Good evening, folks. This is Brad Varnell of the Slight Edge Living YouTube channel, also known as Crypto Brad V in the cryptocurrency space here on YouTube and Telegram. And today is Monday, January 18th, day 29 of the 90-day straight gym challenge and 90-day straight YouTube video making challenge. Folks, almost a third of the way there, and definitely excited about how the challenge is going. Today I had another weigh-in today, and it looks like I'm messing around with new scales and a couple of different things going on, but to the best of my ability, I believe I lost right about 2 pounds. So headed in the right direction, did some measurements, and all of the right areas are starting to shrink down, and definitely looking forward to sharing some of the after pictures with you as things continue on. So one of the things that I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about today is keep on keeping on. I mean, so often in life, it's exciting. You get started with something new. You're doing good, and then the newness wears off. Maybe you're not getting the results that you were hoping that you would. You start getting tempted to get back into some of the old habits or some of the things that you were doing that weren't serving you so well. And it's so important to be patient. I've been listening a lot to a gentleman named Vaynerchuk. Gary Vaynerchuk on YouTube, who has built a huge brand for himself. And one of the things that he talks about is patience, and how so many people shoot themselves in the foot because they're just not willing to put in the time over the course of a long period of time. Whether, with investing, everybody here probably has heard of compound interest. We all know that if you start when you're 20 and you're saving and investing until you're 70, that money that you invested when you were 20, 21, 25, 30, compounded over the course of all of those years turns into, a big amount of money. But it's so easy when you're 20 or 25 or 30 or even 40 or 45 or 50 to think, man, 70 seems like a long ways away. I don't want to wait until I'm 70 to have some fun. I want to spend that money now. So just about everything in life takes some delayed gratification. One of my favorite sayings is, the number one chief cause of failure and unhappiness is choosing what you want now over what you want most. So definitely take a look at the areas in your life that you want to change and figure out, a reasonable time period. Like, I'm giving myself a couple solid years to really get back into the shape that I want to be in. Am I going to see some pretty amazing results over the next 30, 60, 90, 120 days? Absolutely. But I really believe that it's going to be a couple of years before I'm all the way in the shape that I foresee myself being in. And even then, I also understand that it's a lifetime challenge, that I'm probably never going to be in the best shape of my life, because I'm hopefully going to continue getting a little bit better every day. So there is no end goal. And that's one of the things that it took me a long time in life to learn, is that the success is in the journey, not in the destination. In fact, once you arrive at the destination, everything kind of goes downhill from there. And one of the key ways that you can stay being successful in life is to never reach your destination. In other words, right about the time you're starting to get to the point where it looks like you're going to hit your goal, make a new one. And I know it sounds kind of crazy, because you're thinking to yourself, well, then I never really get to hit the goal that I set for myself. And that's not the case. You do get to still hit that goal. It's just that you continue on through it and surpass it and on to the next goal. But I learned from the last time that I lost some weight that having a challenge like this is fantastic. It's great for that 60 days or 120 days. But if you don't have something ongoing after that, you're most likely going to fall back into your old patterns fairly quickly, whether it be with finances or getting in shape or with business or whatever the case might be. And so often when you hit a goal and now you're sitting there kind of patting yourself on the back for achieving something, you start to slip backwards. And I've realized that most of the people that are very, very successful and continue to have success year after year, decade after decade, are people that are continually setting a new goal, a next step, and never being content with where they're at in life. That, that's part of what gets them a bad name. They get a bad reputation because a lot of people are like, well, hey, you've already got XYZ. Why do you need to continue and, to go for more? But the reason that they need to do that, and it's not greed, is because as human beings here, we're either moving forward or we're moving backwards. There is no stagnation. That's just not how life is. You're either growing or you're dying. And so winners want to put themselves in a position where they continue to grow. So it's important to get started, but it's also very important as you're rolling along in the cycles and you're starting to get some momentum to definitely be thinking about what's next, the next step in the process, the next goal. And so with that, folks, I hope some of you have started some of your own 30, 60, 90-day challenges. I definitely have a few friends on Facebook that are moving in the right direction, that are looking at getting in shape and getting healthy. I'm 45 years old, so a lot of my Facebook friends and high school connections and stuff like that are in and around this age. We're all starting to think about wanting to be able to spend time with grandbabies down the road, and in my case, real babies. Hopefully sometime in the next handful of months, I'll have good news and be letting you know that there's another little Varnell on the way into the world. And if I'm going to be, kicking along at 65 years old when this little guy is, now 20, I need to start working on it and getting into shape and stuff now. So it's one of the nice things about being my age is I'm not all that materialistic and looking at how fantastic my body is going to look and how good looking I'm going to be or any of those things. My motivation for this challenge is a lot deeper than that. It's being healthy and being able to do with the kids that I have. Right now I've got a 15-year-old and a 12-year-old here at the house that I want to be able to spend time with and enjoy, and then as they get older, be able to love on their babies and the grandbabies. And then, like I said, my wife and I are potentially going to have a baby or two over the next few years, and I want to be alive for it. And not only do I want to be alive, but I want to be vibrant. And so, folks, if you're 45 years old, 40, 50, 60, whatever, 20, and you're not in the shape that you want to be in, your finances aren't where you want them to be, you just kind of, going through life one day at a time, wondering if it's ever going to get any better than this, then I definitely encourage you to keep watching this channel, because the whole goal of this Slide Edge Living channel is to help people have a better life, to inspire you to get into better shape, to inspire you to have better finances. And so one day at a time, one video at a time, we are going to make it happen. So thank you so much for tuning in today. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks and God bless.